Welcome to Behind the Beats podcast, your ultimate guide to DJing. I'm DJ Echo Vibes alongside DJ Kayzee, and today we're breaking down how to start DJing for beginners. No confusing jargon, just simple steps to get you mixing like a pro. Let's dive in.
Welcome to your deep dive behind the beats. So you sent over a whole bunch of really interesting stuff, YouTube videos, articles, all about starting out as a DJ.
Yeah, a great mix of perspectives, from personal journeys to, really practical advice.
Exactly. And today, our mission is to sort of unpack all that. Pull out the key things you really need to know to get started, you know?
Right. From the absolute basics, do you even like music enough, all the way to gear, skills?
And even the stuff maybe people don't talk about as much, the realities behind the decks.
Okay, so first things first. That fundamental Point One creator, DJ Phil Harris, I think it was, he really emphasized that, technical skills matter.
But the crowd reacts to the music they love.
Exactly. It's the tunes. And that ties into another idea we saw about your DJ brand needing to reflect your actual vibe, your music style.
Makes total sense. If you're not feeling the music, how can you expect anyone else to? That enthusiasm has to come from you.
It really does. Your genuine passion for certain genres, that connection. That's the engine. It drives everything. You're learning your style, finding your crowd.
So step one, really know and love the music you want to play.
Absolutely. Before you even think about a controller.
Okay, passion confirmed. Now the practical stuff, gear. It can seem overwhelming. Where do you even start without, needing a second mortgage?
Well, the good news is lots of the sources you sent, like DJ Young, Wavy FX, Falcon TV, they pretty much agree. Start simple.
Like a controller and a laptop.
Exactly. That seems to be the go-to entry point. Accessible, doesn't completely break the bank.
And the software to run it all? Serato, Rekordbox. I saw those mentioned.
Yep, Serato, Rekordbox. And hey, Rekordbox has a free version to get you started, which is great. Virtual DJ, Traktor 2, options are good.
Any specific hardware tips for beginners?
DJ Young, Wavy FX actually recommended a specific one, the Pioneer DDJ SB2. Said it was a solid starter controller, often under $200.
Oh, nice. That's actually really helpful, having a specific model to look for.
Yeah, it cuts through the noise a bit. And then, obviously, you need headphones. Can't DJ without them. For queuing up the next track, Beatmatching.
Right. Got to hear what you're doing privately. And speakers for home practice.
Some basic powered speakers or monitors, just so you can actually hear how your mixes sound out loud.
Okay, hardware basics covered.
Yeah.
What about the actual music? Do I need 10,000 songs right away?
No, definitely not. That's a point the letter C made, another creator you shared. Focus on quality, not just sheer quantity. Build a library you actually know and love.
And getting that music legally and high quality right. I saw Crossfader emphasize that. No dodgy YouTube rips.
Please, no. Yeah, pay for your tracks, iTunes, Beatport, whatever, or use DJ pools that mention DJ City, BPM Supreme.
Crete Connect too, I think, with a discount code.
Yeah, that's the one. These pools give you high-quality files, often with special DJ edits like longer intros and outros, which are super helpful for mixing.
Makes sense. Smoother transitions. But what if buying even the basic controller and speakers feels like too much up front?
Renting. One of the sources brought that up. It's a really smart move if you're just testing the waters. Try before you buy, basically.
Good option. Okay, so passion's there, got an idea of the essential gear. What's next? Actually learning how to DJ.
Exactly. Now we're into the core skills, the absolute must-knows, and top of the list, beat matching.
Getting those beats lined up perfectly between two tracks.
Aligning the tempo, the kicks, the snares, making it sound like one continuous track. And right alongside that is phrasing.
Phrasing. That's about mixing at the right time in the music, yeah. Like at the end of a verse or chorus.
Precisely. Understanding the song structure, the 8-bar loops, the breakdowns, so your mixes sound musical and intentional, not just random.
Okay, beat matching and phrasing. What else?
Gain control, basically. Volume management. Making sure the tracks are at similar levels so you don't blast the audience or have one track disappear.
Right, and EQing. Playing with the bass, mids and highs.
Yep, using those EQ knobs to blend the track smoothly. Like maybe cutting the bass on the incoming track as you bring it in so things don't get muddy.
I saw that tip. Focus on the kicks and snares to lock the beat match, and then use EQ, maybe kill the incoming bass for an 8-bar transition.
That's a great practice routine right there. Really practical advice. Gets you focusing on the fundamentals.
Filters, those sweepy sounds.
Yeah, low pass, high pass filters. They're another tool for transitions, for building energy. Yeah, adds another layer once you've got the basics down.
Makes sense. And nearly everyone seemed to say, record yourself practicing.
Oh,
Massively important. It's sometimes painful to listen back, but it's the best way to hear your mistakes.
Yeah, you hear things you totally miss in the moment, like a slightly off beat match or a transition that wasn't quite smooth.
Exactly. It's like your own feedback loop. Crucial for actually improving.
Okay, so skills are being built, practice mixes are happening. Let's shift gears a bit. The money side, what's the reality there?
Right. Not always as glamorous as it looks, is it?
Yeah.
The letter C had a point about technology making it easier to start.
Which means more DJs, which can mean lower pay for gigs sometimes, because someone's always willing to do it for less.
That's kind of the dynamic, yeah. Especially when you're starting, it underlines the need to really build your skills first before chasing every low-paying gig.
Interesting. And I saw something about mobile or wedding DJs sometimes earning more than beginner club DJs.
Yeah.
That can definitely happen. Different markets, different demands. It just shows the club scene isn't the only path, or necessarily the most lucrative one initially.
What about radio?
Seems like it varies wildly. Could be modest pay, could be great if you're established. Community radio is often unpaid, but good experience.
So the takeaway is manage expectations about the money early on. It's not always instant riches.
Pretty much. Be realistic. Focus on the craft first.
Which leads perfectly into the next point. Build skills before hustling for gigs.
Yes. DJ Hems really hammered this home. Consistent practice, putting in the hours. That's where the real skill, those aha moments come from.
He suggested, like 6 months of daily practice before even thinking about making money?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds intense, but it highlights the dedication needed to actually get good and feel confident.
And that other point was fascinating. The most skilled DJ isn't always the most booked DJ.
Right. Your online presence, your brand,
Wow.
how you market yourself plays a huge role now. You can be amazing in your bedroom, but if no one knows.
It's hard to get gigs. Which brings us to social media. Kind of a double-edged sword, maybe.
Totally. You kind of have to engage with it, build your brand online. Sampler a week, DJ Wine Wavy, FOX, they both stressed. Using Instagram, posting mixes.
Clips, right. Like 15, 30 seconds for Reels or TikTok. Keep it simple.
Yeah, that seems like a manageable way to start building a presence without it consuming your life. And basic stuff like consistent handles everywhere.
But then there was that counterpoint from Crossfader, don't just copy everyone else online.
Yes, such good advice. Look at what others are doing, see what's maybe oversaturated or not working, and try to find your own angle. Do it differently, better.
Be authentic, not just another clone.
Exactly. Find your unique voice online, just like you do with your music.
Okay, skills are developing, maybe dipping a toe into social media. What about learning from others more directly? Mentorship.
Super important. And networking, connecting with your local scene, actually going out to clubs, meeting people, promoters, other DJs. Sampler a week, mention that.
Yeah, and not just going up and asking for a gig straight away, right? More about genuinely connecting, getting to know the staff, the regulars.
Precisely. Build relationships.
Right.
And support other DJs. Go to their nights, show up, that gets noticed and appreciated. It builds community.
Makes sense. And asking for feedback.
Definitely. From other DJs you trust, even from the crowd sometimes, tactfully. At workshops, tutorials, keep learning from those with more experience.
Okay, so let's say you're feeling a bit more confident. How do you actually, test the waters playing for people without diving into a scary club gig?
Good question. Falcon TV suggested low-pressure stuff first. Offer to play for a friend's birthday. A small house party.
Yeah, low-stakes, supportive crowd, hopefully.
Exactly. And the whole bedroom DJ thing we touched on. Practice, record, upload to SoundCloud or Mixcloud. Build your online presence first.
Get your mixes out there. Build a following that way.
right.
Or offer to do an opening set for free, maybe a guest mix on someone's online radio show or stream. Get exposure, get experience without the headliner pressure.
Okay, those are good, practical first steps. But it's not always going to be smooth sailing, is it? There will be tough times, doubts. How do you handle that?
Resilience is key. The letter C mentioned patience, persistence. Everyone's path is different. It won't happen overnight.
Yeah, keeping hope high, working towards the goal, even when it feels hard. Sampler a Week talked about that.
And learning to pick yourself back up. Like DJ Young Wavy Fox said, be your own cheerleader sometimes. Because there will be setbacks.
Bad nights happen, right? The Club Ready DJ School stuff said view them as learning opportunities, not failures.
Exactly. Don't let one off night define you. And try to enjoy the process even if the dance floor isn't packed. Remember why you started the music.
That's a good anchor. Oh, and that point about relationships with promoters and staff being more important than, like, arguing over drink tickets.
Yes, being professional, reliable, easy to work with. That goes a long way towards getting booked again. Much further than complaining about small stuff.
Build those bridges, don't burn them.
You got it. Professionalism counts.
Okay, wow. That's a lot to take in, but it feels like a really solid map. So, starting with that genuine love for music.
Getting the right essential gear without going broke. Maybe renting first.
Then really focusing on those core skills. Beat matching, phrasing, EQ. Practicing consistently and recording yourself.
Being realistic about the money side. Building skills before chasing gigs too hard.
Using social media smartly. Finding your own voice there, not just copying trends.
Connecting with your local scene, supporting others, seeking feedback.
Testing the waters with low-pressure gigs, building confidence gradually.
And staying persistent. Learning from bad nights, keeping that passion alive.
So as you dive into this DJ journey, it really comes back to that passion, doesn't it? That's the foundation.
Yeah,
Then build the skills, connect with people, find your unique voice. There'll be bumps, sure, but see them as learning curves. Stay true to the music.
Absolutely. So thinking about all this, what part really jumps out at you right now? What area are you most excited or maybe even most curious to dig into first? Because this deep dive is just the start, really. The decks are waiting.